Howdy everybody, and welcome back to the Homestead. Today, we're building an Adirondack chair. Before we get started, let's cover some tools. You're going to need a tape measure, a speed square, a nice fancy pencil, a sanding block if you're broke, a jigsaw, and maybe some hearing protection. That's optional. And lastly, a miter saw. Okay, so step one, we need to make the part that supports your butt. Well, all right, now that we've made our very first piece of the leg, we got to make one more. Let's do it. All right, so here we go. We got both of our matching pieces. Somewhat. It's all right. This isn't fine woodworking, but this will definitely be close enough for the fire pit. On to the next. Okay, so per the plans, now that we have the supports done, it's time to work on the front and rear legs. Let me show you what that looks like. This right here is just a cutoff from that original 8-foot piece that we just had. So what we're looking at is 20 3/4 inches, right? Chunk. The long point to the short point measurement. So we want from the long section to the 90-degree section to be 20 3/4 inches. So what we need to do, since we already measured out 20 3/4, we'll go ahead and mark our 15-degree offset, which is this right here, so that we know as long as this point to this point is 20 3/4, we've got it made. I need to be at 15/16 when I'm done to make this 20 3/4 inches. So find 15/16. There we are. This is scrap anyways because this end has never been squared up, so that we know we're going to end up with a squared end. And if you just want to double check, let's go ahead, pull our ruler. Oh, look at that. 20 3/4 inches from the long end to this line. Let's cut it twice. So you want to line up the freshly cut ends because you know that they're nice and square. And once they're lined up properly, if everything is accurate, us making this line should make 2 matching parts. Can't think of a single thing that could go wrong. Now we can move on to connecting the front and rear legs. We're going to need a 2x2 measured at 26.5 inches with a 15-degree offset on one side. We need 2 of them. I'm going to have to make a 2x2 real quick. There, I'm safe. And to like the 5 of you who's still watching, yeah, this is foil tape. It's a lot cheaper than buying a zero clearance insert, and it works really well. And by the way, it's replaceable. So since I've started using this, I have gotten a heck of a lot better cuts. So yeah, try it out for yourself. Don't spend a lot of money on something that you don't need to. All right, so as we talked about, now we have to measure 26.5 inches long from the longest measurement after having a 15-degree offset. All right, so let's square this off first. And then we want to bring this down to 15 degrees as our offset. And all we're going to do is slide it over until we can see our line. I can see the line right there. First one wasn't quite 15 degrees. That's why you can never really go off of your miter gauges. That is why you see me using a speed square, because I trust the markings on this speed square more than I do this. If I can find a link for this speed square and all of the other equipment that I'm using, I'll be more than happy to put it down in the description below. And honestly, while I'm here just talking to you, I appreciate you still watching the video. It really helps the channel grow. If you would, please just, engage. Leave a comment. Tell me if this was interesting or entertaining for you. I'm trying to branch out of my comfort zone because this is not what I usually do. I'm a quiet guy that fixes stuff, and I'm just a guy making videos on YouTube now. So please let me know how I can improve. Keep everything cordial, if you would, please. But I do enjoy it. Just leave a like or leave a comment, and that'll let me know that you appreciate what I do and that you would like to see me continue. And, I'm not going to beg for your subscription, but if you are truly entertained and you want to see this channel develop and grow over time, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, but I would love to see what the community wants to see. And if it's within my power, I'll be happy to make a video of it. Thanks again for watching. Whew. All right, so now that we've cut out the rear legs, we got to work on the front legs. They're actually going to be a whole lot easier. No math, well, a little bit of math. As long as you know how to count to 20. We need 2 of them, 20 inches long. Let's do it. All right, everybody. So now that we have all of our pieces cut, just want to let you know we do 2-inch exterior screws. Got some wood glue for insurance. Got the T25 bit for the exterior screws. Also, kind of going above and beyond, I have a countersink drill here because I don't want anything to split, especially since this 2x4 just got cut in half. It's under a lot of stress right now. I've also got on the side some clamps just in case. Hopefully we won't have to use them. But match up the 15-degree side with the 15-degree side. Make the front leg even with the top. And you want this surface right here to be nice and flush. Wow, would you look at that? A mirror image set of front and rear legs with no issues at all. One of my favorite YouTubers usually says whenever he messes up, it's not a mess up, that's bespoke. So now it's time to grab our support pieces that will brace the legs on each side. So what we are looking for is for the points to match on this end and it to be a 1/2 inch from the face on this end. All right, so coming onto this side, I'm gonna have to clamp this thing down. Again, making sure this face is flush, this face is close. That's all that matters, all right? We're gonna put 2 screws in here. That's it, we're done. Do the same thing to the other side, and these babies are joined up. Pick your best side, I guess. Whatever side you wanna show off. Now my battery's not. Alright, let's get that other side over here. There you go. All right, everybody. Honestly, this video is running a little long and I need to speed it up. So here we go. We got the bottom slats that your butt's going to fit on. I just did a little time lapse here. Just know that they are 22.5 inches, spaced out about half an inch apart. And I just used regular old 2x4s. Next, we got to go to the back support. It's very easy. 22.5 inches, cut it, glue it, and screw it. Should look something like this once you're done. The next thing we got is going to be working on the actual back slats. You got a 2x4 down at the bottom and a 1x4 up top. These are the pieces of cedar that I ended up using. They are a little bit wider than, 3.5 inches. So once those got put together, this is kind of what we looked like. My wife ended up not liking it at all, so I went ahead and made a 5 slat back with a nice white oak piece in the center. And then after that, it's just the armrest. You can make them however you want. These are just some basic ones I put on. And here's my little tester.